I have time to get in the elevator and go find these guys. Time to let out some elevator farts.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your dick's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, April 18th, 2023, and this is episode number 627 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, as pretty much always, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
I'm Bob Dylan!
Kelly Harris.
Gotta say, if you're not expecting it, it's really confusing to hear your own voice.
And our good buddy Mahoney. What's up, Mahoney?
I always expect to hear my own voice, Kelly.
Yeah.
Always.
I hear it all the time when I'm talking.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then you're expecting it.
Right.
It's the not expecting it.
The voices is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck did I just say? I said I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
It's all of a sudden a voice is saying, hey, remember that weird thing you did in 7th grade?
Yeah.
And then you're
I'm
like,
gonna
buddy, do I?
I'm going to post up outside Kelly's house and play sound bites of him.
You know what?
Like, sometimes really loud, sometimes really quiet. He's never going to know what to expect.
Kelly, do you know at our kitchen table, we have a little R2D2. Well, they're R2 unit salt and pepper shakers. I don't know what the pepper one is. It's not R2D2. It's evil R2D2. But oftentimes, because they don't have the most sturdy base, I will knock over the salt. Or one of us will knock over the salt, and we'll both go, oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
That's my legacy.
Ridiculous. Because, you know, you heard him say it hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Love that clip.
It's ridiculous. Jose is not here this week. Jose is getting a kidney transplant in Denver, Colorado.
God, this
next
Jose. They're
week.
taking out his kidney and they're putting a PlayStation controller in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
it's gonna be cool. It's brand new levels of Call of Duty on the podcast. Just button clicking all day. Yep. Clicks on clicks on clicks.
I'll be taking the role of Jose this week by making noise while we're doing the show because I'm bagging and boarding my comics.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like you have a bunch of very flat snacks that you're going through.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know
Bagging
what
and
the
boarding
most
his comics is
frustrating-
what Kelly calls touching himself.
Well, yeah. The most frustrating thing about this whole project of bagging and boarding all my shit is discovering that I'm missing things that I know I have.
You'll
And
find
that'll
them.
drive me fucking insane.
Like
The most frustrating part of it, Kelly, is going to be that at the end when you're like, why do I have all this stuff?
Oh, I'm going through that right now, but like I'm making cuts. But like just discovering that I am missing issue 2 of a miniseries I actually really like, and I know I read issue 2. I know I bought issue 2. Where is issue 2? I don't know.
Just got set down somewhere
Uh-huh.
wasn't included in the main pile. There's probably a pile of just rando books somewhere you
definitely.
just haven't found
Because,
it.
yeah, I'm missing a few things, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're
Where'd
all
this
together,
go?
just kind of hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
all hidden.
Kelly, talk to Lee and have him check Narnia.
Oh. Lee, do you think Nicole picked it up?
It's entirely possible. It's very.
Lee,
The other day,
check in your closet for the second issue of whatever weird comic series Kelly's reading.
Iron Cat.
day
Iron
before
Cat.
yesterday, like that, it had been missing for a while, right? But we hadn't been in the same room, and I needed it at the same time. But I was getting ready because it was the weekend, and I'm like, "Hey, where the fuck is my comb?" Because I know I didn't put it somewhere it didn't belong. So you can't have moved it on me because of that. Because it goes right here in this fucking drawer. It's where it always goes. Where the hell is my comb? And she goes, "Oh, it's in the kitchen."
What?
And I'm like, "Okay,
Why?
sure."
Burnt some
Why?
toast the other day. Had to get the burnt
Sure.
parts off.
Sure.
The peaches needed a good brushing.
Taking a comb to move it.
Cool's like,
into
sorry,
the
I like
kitchen.
my spaghetti separate.
Well, all right. That's an acceptable reason.
I needed a fake mustache stat.
Yeah.
It's an adventure, y'all.
What was
Straight
the
up
reason?
Fucking adventure.
Yeah, why wasn't it in the kitchen?
She had colored Zoe's hair a few days ago and used it for that process, but didn't put it back,
Wow.
which I think is fucking hilarious in
Yeah.
context.
Yeah.
So you can just leave shit wherever. Okay, I see how it is. All right.
Yeah, you
That's
need to
how it
start
is.
hiding shit that she leaves out.
I can't
Yeah.
do it. Like, it doesn't even cross my mind to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna put this in an obscure fucking drawer someplace." Like, it's
No. What you do, make sure it's something non-consequential. You pick it up, you open up the back door, and you fling it into the woods. Say, good luck finding that.
Like a dead possum.
So we have the opposite problem where Lisa, for her entire life, has lost things. She will
Mhm.
put things somewhere, she will not have any idea where they are. And yet every time there'll be this accusatory tone of like,
What'd you do?
yeah, what'd you do with it? And it'll be something completely bizarre. She'll be like, hey, I got this package of socks. You know anything about where those might be? I'm like, no. Why would I? Why would I touch your package of socks? I don't know what you did with your package
You're
of socks.
fucking
Like,
selling them on Etsy used.
Yeah.
every time she's like, where'd you move it? I'm like, I don't move your shit. I don't move it anywhere. It's wherever you lost it.
I couldn't find a book for the longest time. It was the Junji Ito Frankenstein book. And so I was like, "Hey, where's this fucking book?" And she's like, "I didn't move your fucking book." And I said,
Oh, you
"Of course
definitely
you moved my
that
fucking book. You definitely moved my book. Like, whenever I can't find something, guess where it is? Wherever the fuck you left it. Like, that's the way it works." And she's like, "I didn't touch your
Narnia.
fucking book." Like, she was pissed, right? And this went on for a number of months because I would be
Months.
yes, because every so often I'd be like, "Man, didn't even get to finish that Frankenstein book before you fucked off and put it someplace." And she would be like, "Motherfucker, I didn't touch your goddamn book." And I said, "In the intervening weeks since this started, you have moved other books. Okay, so there's no fucking way you didn't move this book." She was so hot about it.
So
Then we
where'd she move
moved.
the book.
And then we moved, and it was in Zoe's closet the whole goddamn time. So fucking, Zoe had jacked it, not said anything, and my wife did a fucking victory dance like Maury just told her she wasn't the father. She was so vindicated.
Running into the yard.
She was
See,
so
at first
vindicated.
I heard that as Mario told her she wasn't the father.
It's a you.
You're not the father.
A lie detector test determined that was a lie.
You don't have to pay back a child support.
All right. I'm just gonna throw out there that if I was Lee's wife and I had moved his Frankenstein book and then in the process of moving discovered the book in a place where I was like, oh fuck, fuck.
Yep.
Immediately, I would put it in Zoe's closet. Immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she's a teenage girl. That
Let me
closet's always
guess.
a
Let me
shithole.
guess.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: is Nicole the one who found it?
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. No,
Suspicious.
Yeah.
she ditched it.
You
And
fucking
I was
rube.
We found that too. Like, it was a perfectly staged event.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's all coming to light now. It's all
When
checking
she
out.
pulled it out of the closet, was she like, what even is this?
What is this? Is it a
It's like
book?
some kind of
It looks like a
Frankenstein's monster book.
Frankenstein?
Pages bound together? Like, sure.
Did they use glue in this?
Just,
Yeah. You got
And I was
taken
like,
for a
fine.
ride.
and I was like, fine. The one time. It wasn't you. Okay. I haven't pulled that shit again, I'll tell you that much. Speaking of books.
Did you notice
I
Zoe
took,
making any big purchases after that?
Because you fucking took a dive.
Yeah. Nicole like slides up, slips her a couple hundred. Like, thanks.
Would have dive in this grenade for me, kid.
Did Zoe then spoil the ending for you?
She was like, I don't know how that got there.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah. That is not
Nicole
a Zoe.
is listening to this. She just crushed a Diet Coke can in her hand. She's
She's- Or she's doing the Muttley laugh.
But speaking of books, I took the current Berserk hardcover. I'm reading to the park the other day while Zoe's playing tennis because that's very appropriate to do. And
Imagine. Okay. Do you guys know what these hardcovers look like from the outside?
I mean, I have an idea. So, okay,
Just
what are we
insane-
talking about specifically? Let me Google it.
They're black, fake leather-bound books that look like a Satan Bible of some sort.
yeah,
Okay.
they're beautiful books, really. Like,
But just imagine you take your kid to go play a tennis match and you look over and see this fucking weirdo sitting there reading that.
Yeah. He does
Lee's
this shit at
reading
the
some
pool in
Satan
Vegas,
Bible.
too.
And then
2 feet away from him, Jax is breakdancing. They're just like, okay.
And then you're like, well, let's see what this guy's reading. And you just look in and there's just this horse with the face of a man just about to unleash his hog on some girl.
Oh, yikes.
well, that
Lee,
was
is
in
that
the
why you
other
like
one.
those books? Because the horses have men face?
The horse was that horse part was very upsetting on a number of levels.
That horse is
super fucked
fucked.
up. Super fucked up. But I was checking it out, and Dad had never seen it before, and because he's
You don't say.
draws and shit, draws and stuff, and it's very easy to show someone Berserk and be like, look how fucking
Crazy
incredible
this
this
is,
looks.
yeah.
Like even if it you don't have to whatever.
You
if
just
it's not
flip
your
to
thing.
literally any page and you're like, look at how beautiful drawn this is.
Yeah.
I know it's horrible violence, but goddamn, is it the prettiest thing you've ever seen?
But it was so funny because it had never occurred to me that this would be a thing that would happen. But in context of it being my fucking dad, of course it was. He's like, "What you got?" And so I close and I hand it to him, whatever, and he's got it, and he looks at it, and he flips it over, he looks at it again, and he flips it over and looks at it again, and he goes, "Which way's the fucking front of this thing?" I'm like, "It's the other side. It's Japanese. It's printed, right to left." And he goes, "Oh, fuck all that. I would never be able to pull this off." He's like, that'd drive me fucking crazy. I go, "You really do get used to it. It's okay." But he was so fucking puzzled. It took me a minute. I didn't know what the hell he was looking at, but he kept just going back and forth. You could just watch the mouse trying to find the cheese in his head, and then he's like, "Where's the fucking front on this thing?"
That's amazing.
No, I was
Speak.
reminded-
Also, I have another book thing. So, Lee, you know how IDW was doing the big Transformers hardcovers, printing everything in order?
Yeah.
It came to my attention earlier this week that they're not doing that anymore. They're not finishing those.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
I had
sucks.
so I was like, well, shit. Now I got to figure out what's in this in the other 5 hardcovers they're never going to publish.
Did they at least get through like all the good stuff? Like, did they just cut off before the reboot? Because no one gives a shit about that stuff.
No, they cut off right before like the Revolution crossover stuff.
Oh, there's still so much good stuff left after that.
Oh yeah. The
Oh.
nice thing is that around Revolution, I picked it up and started reading a lot of the stuff as it was coming out, except for like the main Transformers books I wasn't reading at the time, but I read all the crossovers and all that stuff, so I've got those already. So I figured out because I found people talking about it, and they're like, all right, this is what would have been collected across those. And I was like, okay, so I'm only missing like 3 trades and a Wreckers one-shot. Other than that, I have everything else. So I was like, okay, this is nowhere near as bad as it could have been.
That still blows though, because those are really handsome volumes, as they say.
Oh yeah, no, so that sucks.
Nice.
But yeah, I've got I pulled one Lost Light trade off the shelf at work because I was like, oh, I need this. And I ordered 2 Optimus Prime volumes that should come in for me on Friday. And I'm like, all right, then I only have a handful of other stuff I need to track down.
Yeah, that Wreckers one shot is a motherfucker. I've been looking for it for years. Like I got it digital when I bought the I got the Humble Bundle that had everything, you know.
Yeah,
but I've been trying to find it because I have the other 2 hard Wreckers books, and I don't know what's up, but like I guess probably not a super high print run, and then the people who have it just aren't selling it. Like it's just they're impossible to find.
Ugh.
It's a really cool story too. It's very much about like the fallout of Cup's death and all that. That's pretty wild. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, no, it was. So I didn't discover this until I was looking on. I just had Wikipedia or Transformers Wiki open on my phone because I was comparing it like with the books that I already had. So I was like, okay, I don't need to own these things twice. So I was like, what can I get rid of? And then as I'm reading the entry for Volume 3, it's like, oh, this is the last one, and I'm like, wait, what? The fuck? This is the last what? And then I was reading more, and they're like, yep, we plan to have 5 more volumes, but we lost the license, so we can't print anymore. It's like, fuck off.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that would have been around the same time. Fuck.
Yep.
That sucks.
And now there's just no Transformers comics.
Yeah, I thought Robert Kirkman was really into it because
I think the stuff's going over to
Skybound, I think.
Skybound, yeah.
Because fucking Kirkman loved all the shit James Roberts did. Like the More Than Meets the Eye and Lost Light and all that shit. He was way into it. And he loved that shit.
So maybe it'll get good again.
Yeah. Because to my knowledge, I don't think James Roberts is writing any other comics, which is insane because he's a masterful fucking storyteller.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he just like a Transformers guy? Like, does he work for Hasbro or something?
No, he got the gig because he wrote fucking Transformers fan fiction of all things.
That rules.
And then they called him up and they were going to split the book. He wrote a couple issues of the ongoing. So like the flashback story where Megatron's captured and Optimus tells him about like, they recount like when they had like the heist for the fake Matrix and all that shit, whatever.
Yes.
He wrote that.
Yeah.
He wrote that stuff, So he kind of invented this concept of like the outliers with their special abilities and shit like that, and that was all. That was it. And then people fucking love that story because it's awesome. And then they split off. And they're gonna do another book, and he wrote it for like fucking 7-8 years.
Yeah.
And then nothing else. That's prematurely,
wild.
For reasons I will never understand, they kind of canceled that iteration of the story to reboot it into a version nobody fucking liked. And he didn't do anything else, which is so weird.
For all the fucking jabronis that Marvel brings in on the regular to write books, you can't find a job for this guy?
Yeah, because he's fucking great. Yeah, very strange. I don't know what the hell happened there.
The amount of Marvel books that are out now that I just have no idea who the writers are is insane.
Oh,
You know how
yeah.
many Marvel books are out right now that I don't know who the writers are, Kelly?
Probably a lot.
Is it all of them?
100% of them.
Yeah, that guy was incredibly talented and just did the one thing. But
Yeah.
you know, but hey, if you do the
Sometimes-
first thing great enough, you don't have to do a second one.
Yeah.
Sometimes in life, you write one issue of Superman, and that's just it.
Oh my god. Happy birthday, Superman.
Oh, sometimes they're just for us, you guys.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Pulling
That
back
one's
that
for
curtain
whoever
a little
gets
too
it.
much lately.
It's for whoever gets it, and if you don't get it, you'll get it someday.
I mean, I don't think you will. I think you're better off.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You get it or you won't.
So Zoe's been kicking ass at tennis, and you know, she's like, "Hey, you fucking won the match. Where do you want to go for food?" And I know in my heart of hearts, these low class fucking kids that I got. I know within a shadow of a doubt, it's either gonna be goddamn McDonald's or Subway. This fucking kid says Subway, and I already had fucking McDonald's one time this week, so I guess we're going to Subway. I had to drive past a Penn Station to go to Subway.
Yeah, y'all
What's-
don't have
what's Penn
Firehouse
Station?
subs?
We don't have a Firehouse. We got one like the next town over, but like
Oh.
in
You guys,
our
you got
town,
a Jersey Mike's?
no. But we have 2 Subways and a Penn Station. We
What
have
is Penn
2
Station?
Subways.
I've never heard of this place.
Sounds like a gas
it's-
station.
No, it's a sandwich joint. They do like it's mostly hot sandwiches, like cheesesteaks and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Mary's a big fan. They have those in Ohio. She always brings me to Penn Station.
fresh
Or
cut,
did once.
fresh cut fries and shit like that. Very good.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's. The short version is it's a real sandwich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it's kind of what you would want if you were going to be like, I want a sandwich at a restaurant. I guess I want to go get like one that actually doesn't taste like shit. I'm going to go and get that one. But the kids are like, no, Subway.
Man, Subway's fucking so bad.
It's the worst.
I definitely had a Subway phase because I lived across the street from a Walmart that had a Subway next to it. So I could literally do the Jared walk to Subway if I wanted to.
Oh, never do the full Jared walk.
Sweet onion chicken teriyaki on honey wheat. Oh man, that was
Yeah, I had a Subway phase too, and I was poor as shit, and the subs were $5.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Like now, a foot long sub's like $13, and it's dog shit. You
And
know
then-
what I mean? It's like there's
And then also their name became embroiled in a child porn scandal. So like,
Yep.
also that you
I
know,
no
like-
longer needed Subway in my life. They're trying though with that Eat Fresh Refresh. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
instead of having
Yeah.
one guy that we hang all our hopes on, let's get 100 of the biggest sports celebrities that ever existed to talk about our awful, awful Subway sandwiches.
I mean, yeah, the time for Subway has come and gone. Like, Subway existed before there were like actual like, oh, we make this as you order it, like fresh type fast food places.
Yeah.
And in that time, Subway was able to pass itself off as that. Of like, yeah, you don't want a burger place. You want to come here because we'll make you eat fresh. We'll make
Yeah.
it for you
Right.
fresh.
Look at all these
And it's like,
tomatoes.
no, this is fucking deli meat. Like this is, this is not special.
Nah. And I remember like they did a thing, might have been a couple years ago, maybe like during or right after the COVID, where they were like they did this big rebrand, they refurbished all the stores and all this stuff, whatever. They're like, new menu. I remember it. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just the same bullshit. You just gave it the sandwiches have a different
Yeah.
name, but it's all the same bullshit cold cuts. Get the fuck out of here.
Whenever I think of Subway, I think about the time.
Jared,
No, well, that too. But I think about the time a friend of mine in high school worked at Subway, and a guy in one of our classes told him that he was going to come to his work and stuff a dead raccoon down one of the toilets.
oh god,
That
That is
seems
a
like
very specific threat.
yeah, like and not
You know what?
something that I would be interested in doing myself
No.
in order to get back at someone.
I like it though, because let's say
It's creative.
you go into a Subway, you're mad at somebody, you tell them you're going to come back and you're going to shove a dead raccoon down their toilet.
Right.
And they call the cops and they're like, "Officer, this man told me he's going to shove a dead raccoon down my toilet." And the officer turns and looks at you, and you just have to make a face of like, "Really?"
Yeah, you think I'm gonna
That sound
do
like
that?
something somebody would say. You think I'm going to come here and shove a dead raccoon in their toilet? This person's obviously insane. And you're
This is
you're
absurd.
clear. Yeah.
But like
You're in the
Man,
clear.
it's
Not
mentally
only-
ill, obviously.
not only are you sticking your hand in a Subway toilet, but you're also grabbing a dead raccoon and jamming it in there.
Which of those two is grosser, the dead raccoon or the toilet?
The Subway toilet, no
yeah,
doubt.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's a bunch of BMT BMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at least like the raccoons wash their food before they eat it.
Right. And like you don't know why it's dead. Maybe it died
Yeah.
from the cold or something. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah,
you're
the
picking
raccoon
up
died
the
of natural
raccoon.
causes. He's organic.
yeah.
You're picking up the raccoon. You're already going to need to wash your hands anyhow. You most likely need to
Right.
be wearing gloves for this whole thing, and that'll
Yeah.
solve your problems. Big old elbow length rubber gloves, like you're Judge Doom about to murder an animated shoe.
I'm gonna kill this cartoon shoe. Then I'm gonna inseminate a bull, inseminate a cow.
So Lee, I tell you what, I think the move to get Zoe and Jax off of Subway is you at least need to show Zoe the Jared documentary on Discovery. Because it's a twofold thing. It's
Okay.
it's cautionary tale shit, but also really it won't make that sandwich taste as good.
No.
Here's
Don't
what I'm
show
thinking.
Jax because Jax might be like, "Yeah, Dad, 6th graders are hot."
Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking.
Oh my god.
Instead of showing your kids the Jared documentary, bring them to visit him in prison like Hannibal Lecter.
Okay.
Like it's like it's Batman and he's going to like talk to fucking Calendar Man down in the depths of Arkham, figure out some part of a crime.
I like
Okay.
It's a long way to go. I think I'll just
Yeah.
eat the sandwich. It's
Okay,
fine.
okay,
Like,
hold on. You don't even have to show them the special. You just have to offhandedly make a remark. Hey, did you guys hear about the Subway guy who got arrested for child porn? Or for abusing kids? That's gross, right? And then just let their fingers do the walking.
like every time you eat that tuna sub, you just think of a kitty diddler.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this brings up the most important part of this story because at the end of the day, I really don't have any problem with Zoe liking Subway. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
that's
she's
fine.
a kid. Kids eat garbage.
Yeah.
They're stupid.
You
It's
want to
fine.
like
Yeah.
Subway? Go ahead and like Subway.
I mean, is
what
she
I
getting-
have
what does
very
she
much
get?
a problem with is Zoe's Subway order.
Yes, what does she get?
Kid walked up, and it's the same every time. Foot-long tuna sub, just mustard.
Oh, God.
Foot-long meatball sub, just sprinkled cheese.
Okay,
wait,
so
wait.
so she's not getting
There's
any
no
vegetables.
sauce on the meatball sub?
No,
Well,
there's
yeah,
sauce.
like the sauce that comes out of the thing.
Yeah, the
I mean, you
meatballs
can't
are
get a
already
Subway
covered in the
meatball
sauce.
without sauce.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
yeah.
I'm just clarifying because that's why I was
Yeah,
Just a dry ass meatball.
yeah, like what the fuck?
That kid always gets 2 sandwiches. That way she's guaranteed to have something to bring home.
2 foot-long subs is maniacal.
That's a lot.
A foot-long meatball and a foot-long tuna is about the worst combination I've ever heard in my life.
I mean, the
Legit,
flavors are so
most
one
of
note.
the
You
second
definitely
one
don't need a foot
comes
long
home.
of both.
Nah. Now, most of the second one comes home, but she gets 2 because she's like, I know there's no way in hell he's going to come back here later on this week, so I better get 2 to fucking hedge my bets.
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
see, here's the... Okay,
Subway is a good stuff it in the fridge food.
well,
I mean, it's no better
which
or
one
worse
is the second
afterwards.
one? Which one is the second one? Is it the meatball
Depends on the
sub?
day, really.
Is
Could go
it the
either way.
tuna sub? Because if
But,
you're
you
eating
know-
a cold Subway meatball sub at home, I think you have depression.
Oh,
to
bro,
the
I
point-
love eating
that point, it's
cold
like-
marinara.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But, you know, this fucking
Yeah, it's like
foot-long
spicy
tuna sub-
pudding.
yeah. And what about what I said is wrong though?
Depression.
Fucking.
Not a
But this
chance,
fucking-
buddy. I make my bed
Foot-long
every
tuna sub.
morning.
But with nothing on it. So it's just bread, tuna, and mustard. And it's like $13.
That's
And it's like, you have
ridiculous.
any idea how many tuna sandwiches I can make for $13 at the house? Like, come on. Like,
Well, and also if you're paying
Yeah.
full price, all the toppings are free, so you're losing out on not adding toppings on there.
yeah. I almost want to be like, tell you what, take some of this shit, just put in the wrapper next to it, just so I feel like I got my money's worth out of it.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
very
and then-
strange. Of like, you could very easily make both of those subs yourself at your house.
1,000%. With shit that I have in the house, like there's always tuna in
Yeah.
the fucking pantry, you know?
Oh,
like,
exactly.
But
exactly.
it's not Subway tuna. It's not
Yeah, but the
Subway
only-
meatballs.
The only thing you need to make it Subway tuna is more
hot
mayo
galugi
than
in
a
it.
reasonable person would put on it. Like, that's all you
And then-
need. That's all you're missing.
Yeah,
and like
but
a Subway
you
meatball
wanna-
sub is just frozen meatballs.
You want
and
to
like jarred
taste
sauce.
that tuna has traveled 350 miles to get to
Vacuum
this
seal.
Subway. How many trucks, how much processing was done to this tuna fish to finally get it into the Subway and then get it into your mouth? It's like the water in New York.
It's like the salmon swimming upstream.
Yeah.
And then Jax will get a pizza sandwich, which, if you don't know, is
What is a pizza
pepperoni, like, you know, provolone cheese, whatever, and then like they put the sauce from the meatballs on it. Pizza
Yeah.
sandwich.
Fucking
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
And then he'll
Toast
pull the
it.
fucking pepperoni off of it, just eat bread. And I'm
What
like, "God
the
damn it!"
fuck?
Okay. That's weird. That's a weird way to do it, but okay.
Why get the pepperoni on it then?
Because I'm not gonna be like, no, just wet that shit down and give it to me. And
So
every
he
once
doesn't
in a
eat the
while, he'll
cheese
forget
either?
and eat the pepperoni.
He doesn't eat the cheese?
Yeah, well, most of it comes off when he slides the pepperoni out. But if there's any left, he'll eat that. Yeah. Every once in a
Wow.
while, he'll forget about the pepperoni and eat it, and you know, I feel a little bit better.
And then it'll be like, God damn, my mouth is burning. Spicy.
Pizza is
How did I got
spicy
heartburn from this soggy bread?
for little baby mouths.
So you know, parenthood is a lifetime of Subway when there's a Penn Station down the fucking road.
Well, I mean, you don't have to eat there.
What am I gonna do? Sit there and stare at them while they eat like a bunch of fucking weirdos?
Yeah.
That's a real Jared shit. It's like, you like the sandwich? Enjoy your sandwich, little boy.
No, you sit there, read your fucked up Junji Ito book while they eat their awful Subway, and then on the way home, get you some Penn Station or whatever the fuck you want, King.
Big shouts out to Tristan, who works at the Subways.
Christopher
And-
works there?
Yeah, Christopher works there.
Our favorite listener that's friends with Zoe.
Right. He fucking hooked us up and didn't charge me for half the shit that we ordered that night. So, you know, fucking
That's good
on
because
him.
you didn't eat half the shit you ordered
Yeah,
that
and
night.
he's like, I can't justifiably charge you for this wet bread sandwich.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, here's your wet bread, sir, on the house.
Wild.
Kids are a fucking trip, y'all. Just absolute fucking trip.
They're somehow still alive, though. God
Yeah,
willing.
it kept them alive.
Yeah.
So, you know, I must
Just
be doing something right.
eating wet, soggy Subway bread. Fucking good on them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fucking, I dare say these children are thriving.
They are.
Look at them go.
But I mean, yeah, it's really a motivational story. Like they don't have to eat their fucking broccoli. Give them wet Subway bread. Look at this boy. He's 8 foot tall.
Jax took a real hearty shit today, like fucking stunk up the house. And then when he got out of the shower, he goes, "Man, did I lose weight?" And I'm like, what? And he's looking at himself in the mirror going, look how flat my abs are. And I'm like, well, yeah, you just fucking dropped a bomb before you got in the shower. Of course you took care of some of that bloating. And then he goes, oh, man, I should poop more often. I go, yeah, probably, dude. Probably.
God. You gotta eat more than wet bread to poop more often, Jax.
Yeah.
Or the bread needs to be wetter.
Kid's a fucking maniac. He's on this. He's real big on. He likes trading chops on the couch. I'll be fucking sitting there minding my own business. I'll run up and just chop the fuck out of my chest. And he's like, oh, let's go. And I'm like, fuck. So we'll go. And let me tell you, the first one, whatever, it's fine, right? But the 15th one fucking hurts, right? And like after that, it's just raw. So he's just slapping the fuck out of me. And the other day I was like, dude, you gotta fucking stop. And he looks at me, he hits me again. I go, God damn it, knock it off. You realize that, you're smacking the fuck out of me. I'm taking it easy on you. You know that, right? If I wanted to, I could just collapse your fucking lungs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not how it works.
Sometimes I do want to.
And then he goes, how gullible can you be, Dad? Chops me again and runs away.
Oh, yikes.
I will put you through a fucking wall.
Fucking lunatic.
It's going to be great when you don't let him go to the college he wants to go to pay him back for all that.
I'll be like if that kid doesn't want to go to clown school.
Yeah, and you won't let him.
Oh, Christ. We got going on nice.
Oh, shit. Well, I
Teased just vibing up in this motherfucker.
Teased it last week, but I finally finished that 3-year-old editing project that I was working on and released that.
Let me run
shit.
over and watch it real fast.
Yeah. Released that onto the world on Friday. No issues. A lot of great, positive notes and comments and thumbs up. And then I get a message from Lee today that says, looks like they pulled it down because of European Mario. So it is currently I re-exported a new version with some of the shit that they had marked in their copyright claim. And it is processing on YouTube right now. So hopefully by the time you hear this, new version of the Super Mario Brothers movie Popcast commentary highlights will be live on YouTube and linked on all of our relevant socials and such. So,
and I really hope it is, because it's
really was a
fucking
revelation.
It is.
It's so great.
And Kelly, well, all of you, except for Mahoney, he's not in it. But Kelly,
Mahoney,
is...
if I could give you some notes, you should have been in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I was, but I was like away or something.
You were probably sleeping.
That was not a time in my life where I was doing a lot of sleeping, Kelly.
You were probably in the shower.
Probably. That's a good bet.
The part that we opened the show with, every time I would come across that in the edit, let's go get these guys. Time to let out. It makes me smile even now just talking about it. And I'm Bob Dylan is in my soul now. Anytime I see somebody with a harmonica, I'm Bob Dylan. We had such a good time.
That was so much fun.
Could not fucking. I forgot all over again when I'm like, holy shit, they set Toad on fire.
Yep.
Burn that big dummy alive. Holy shit.
I'll bring back some ranch dressing. Thousand Island dressing. Sorry, Thousand Island.
Oh, God. And here's the thing. That movie's better than you remember it being. Like,
I mean,
that movie is actually good.
It is some fucking under the radar, like gonzo avant-garde shit. Like, it really is. You're not fair to it. If you're not willing to check it out and watch it, you're not being fair to it. 'Cause that movie is a fucking trip.
The 1993 Super Mario Brothers movie starring Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo is exactly what AI would create if you typed in 1993 live action Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
If it didn't exist, that's what it would create. the image of Bob Hoskins in the fucking hat and the mustache, Luigi with no mustache and backwards green hat, and then Dennis Hopper as King Koopa. It is
Movie is a
exactly
fucking
what
trip.
a 1993 Super Mario Brothers movie should have been, I guess. It was fated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm
It's-
just saying that right now,
it's
if you
fucking
put
fun.
it next, if you were like, you can watch that one, or you can watch the Illumination one that just came out. I'd probably check out the other one. I'm just saying. I'd probably watch Bob Hoskins fucking improperly use a basin wrench.
Really?
Yeah, I think I would too.
Oh my. Well,
We'll watch the Illumination one later after that, but you know.
we'll have to get to that. Are there any references to the live action movie in
You
the
know what?
animated
That
version?
movie is jam packed with like Easter eggs and
There's got to
little
be
references
something.
and whatnot. Not a fucking one that I saw, and that is
No.
a criminal offense. A criminal offense. Like, call the
Yeah,
police.
I don't think there was anything.
Well, we might. I'm just gonna put this out there, devil's advocate. We might be looking at the Super Mario Brothers movie from 1993 with rose-colored glasses because we had such a fun time watching it, and we really came around on it by the end. And then the highlights are great, but man, it will go down as probably one of my favorite movies of all time, just because of the times we've shared together.
Yep.
Which, at the end of the day, isn't that all you want from a fucking
Yeah.
movie? Is to be like, yeah, I had a great time with that.
We
And
hope you
boy,
have
we
good
had
time,
a
too.
great time with that.
So, 25 minutes left processing on YouTube. Hopefully, that'll be up tomorrow. And I tell you what, I'm not going to lay down for these YouTube Google motherfuckers.
Get him. I need it to come back because Lee keeps calling that wrench a basin wrench, and I need to see it again because I am 99% sure that is not a basin wrench.
It is absolutely a fucking basin wrench.
I'm not an expert.
I don't think it is.
I'm not an expert, but you know,
Not only is it a basin wrench, he says basin wrench.
Yes.
When he hands him the basin wrench.
and then
All
you
right,
know,
well, I
I
need to see
pulled
the
up
scene
clips of basin wrenches, and it looks just like what Luigi pulls out for him.
Which is not what you need to fix that job.
Right,
to fix
yeah.
that thing.
In pulling the clips, I actually learned some shit about basin wrenches, and
Right.
Lee's fucking right. The basin wrench is for getting the nuts
Up top.
out of a sink that's in like a vanity. But what they were doing is they were fucking with just open valves and nuts. They didn't need no goddamn basin wrench. That shit was too big for that basin wrench anyhow. I think it was
For
just
sure.
some...
You should
barely
absolutely
do
have a
anything with
basin
a
wrench
basin
in your
wrench.
house. You need a basin
Right.
wrench, but not for that.
Yeah, a plumber, Brooklyn's 7th best plumber, should definitely have a basin wrench. But you're not using that for that emergency plumbing adventure.
Yeah.
It was some screenwriter Googled. Well, no, it was 1993. They wouldn't Google anything. So
They looked up an encyclopedia what some
They called
Yes.
their dad, and they were like, what kind of wrench would a plumber use?
exactly. Oh, how about a basin wrench? All right.
Basin wrench?
And you know, on set, Bob Hoskins was like, you cunt motherfucker. I'm not using a goddamn basin wrench on this job. It doesn't make any fucking sense, if you know what I mean. Just shoot it,
What?
Mario.
What name did you put in the find and replace gag?
Grumpy
Because-
Vincenzo.
It fucking made me laugh so hard.
And that was before Vincenzo Mikaman. I came up with
Yeah.
that. Grumpy Vincenzo. If you pause... Oh, I think, Lee, were you the one that pointed it out to me? But if you pause on that find and replace bit, the actual document that they're working on in the video is some shit about autopsies or... It's some fucking goofball shit.
I don't doubt it.
I forget, but yeah, freeze frame that if you're watching the Mario highlights and see what the document's all about.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
And then what the fuck else did I have to talk about? Oh, I fucking went on a little impromptu surprise toy hunt yesterday. So
Oh shit, dog!
I had to run
Nice.
some errands. I had to go to the weed store and I had to go to Target. I have kept saying when we go to the weed store that there's an Ollie's right across the street. So I need to include this Ollie's in my weed store trips. And that day, Lee, you had posted about the deluxe Black Widow that you had got at Ollie's for what, like $10?
Something like that, like maybe 13.
Yeah.
Like, and the figure's fine, but it comes with a bunch of really cool effects and shit.
The box was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lee bought a Black Widow figure, got it home, took out all the pepperoni, and just ate the accessories.
So yeah, went and checked out this Ollie's, and it's, you know, closeout store, so you're never gonna know what you're gonna see. And I described their toy aisle of they don't have a lot, but what they have a lot of. So they had a bunch of Star Wars Black Series figures for $10, but it was like 17 Ponda Babas, 30 Dr. Evazons, a bunch of Forrest Whitakers over here. They had two whole pegs vertically full of Best Friends AEW Trent and Chucks. And then
I, honest to God, don't know how that happens. I don't understand.
I don't know. Are peg warmers in a bunch of stores? It's just kind of coincidence that they all end up in the same place?
Yeah, that's
I don't-
exactly what I'm thinking, is that it's literally the unsold merchandise from other stores.
Probably, yeah.
But like you said, though, to be so many of like a couple of pieces and like nothing else, it's so weird because
Well, Lee, remember when we went to Toys R Us in Times Square and there was all those Virgils?
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, so maybe it's not once it gets to Ollie's, but maybe there's a certain point along the trip where all of one thing get consolidated into one pallet. And then this pallet gets shipped to this Ollie's, this pallet gets shipped to this other Ollie's. So who knows? Maybe another Ollie's has a bunch of Rihos and Nyla Roses.
Maybe, I don't know. It's very weird.
But
We have the same thing at ours. They get a shitload of those three. And those three, and then the chick from the new trilogy with like the goggles and the afro.
yes,
Jaina.
Ray.
Yeah.
Ray.
No, not that. The other one nobody cares about.
Kylo
Yeah.
Ren.
A whole bunch of her. That's another one. A whole bunch of her.
Well, if you remember, she was the peg warmer of that Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, whoa.
wave.
We can't go around calling women peg warmers, okay?
Yikes. But anyhow, they had a couple pegs full of the re-release retro Real Ghostbusters Fearsome Flush, which I always admired as a kid. One of my neighbors had all of the Ghostbusters toys, but I never had a Fearsome Flush of my own.
I
And
knew
then-
someone with that toy, and I never knew what it was from.
Well, and then they came out with the re-releases, and it's like, I'm not paying $20 for this fucking Fearsome Flush toy. But I tell you what, I will pay $3.99 for it at Ollie's, goddammit. I will take
$3.99.
a
What a bargain.
transforming ghost toilet, and the cashier at Ollie's, you as toy collectors, we know going up to the register at a retail store, you're gonna get some sort of comment, because kids don't buy their own toys anyhow, so it's always adults buying the toys, but somehow the cashiers always have a comment. And this Ollie's cashier was all about how silly this Fearsome Flush was. I don't know if the Ghostbusters tickled her a little bit or just the fact that it was a shitter with a tongue, but I think I fucking made her day.
It is an absurd thing to exist in the world. She's not wrong.
It's true. And then, so finished up at Ollie's, hit the weed store, then headed to Target. At Target, they had Oh, first of all, I found Jose's shipment of weed for when he gets home. And then at Target, they had the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi retro card, Gamorrean Guard, which I waited on pre-ordering because I knew Target was going to destroy the fucking cards. And even this one, you can kind of see here, the card's kind of creased, but of the 3 that they had, it was in the best shape. And on my wall right now, you can't even tell. You can't even tell the card's warped.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then these Killer Clowns Toonie Terrors, I didn't even know these were out. I walked up to the NECA section. It was like right at eye level, and I'm like, "Fuck yes, I am bringing this shit home."
Those are cool as shit. Those are awesome.
I was so surprised because with the Toonie Terrors, they haven't really done accessories so much. Or I mean, I guess my Pennywise has the balloon, but these both have accessories and then stands. And like this pie is supposed to go in the fat one's hand, but there's no peg or anything. So it's literally just sitting there. So every time I sit down at my desk, it fucking knocks. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to look at. That's what I wanted to look at is my little setup. So yeah, the pie is just sitting there. I added them to my little diorama here of Pennywise and the Scooby Gang. Scooby's about to eat the pie from the Killer Clown, and then Fearsome Flush is there just hanging out. Like, these guys come with a person in the cotton candy thing, and it's got a little hook, but like, what am I supposed to hook this to? It's hanging, you can't see it in the picture, but currently it's hanging from the door handle of the Mystery Machine. I had to move it out of the way because that's where my headphones plug in. But yeah, like, it's been a while since I've had a little haul, and I was stoked. Made some scores.
Get you that dopamine hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I come home and I'm like, Mary, look at all this cool shit I bought. And I show it to her and she's like, look at this. So the fat clown, the swirls on his outfit, I think they're hand painted.
That's wild.
Because
There's no way.
It's not like they're stickers. Oh, they might be. I don't know. Okay, it might. It's very smooth, so I don't know if they're hand painted. But there's variations in the thickness and the darkness of some of the swirls, so it made me think maybe like a marker. Yeah, because at some points on the tail, it starts to get a little translucent. You can kind of see through the swirls. Anyhow, that's it for me. Toy haul. Drink every time I say weed store. Oh, weed store story. I was going to stock up for 420, which is this week, and I had to stop myself as I was leaving from saying happy holidays to everybody at the weed store.
And they were like, "Sir, the pharmacies don't have holidays."
No, they just fucking salute you on the way out.
They're not getting a fucking day off, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I did not expect this to be the truth, but Monday around 5 p.m., great time to go to the weed store.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You would think Monday around 5 p.m. they would be slammed. Somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Just name a strain Garfield lasagna.
Yeah, it was probably Monday 5:15, 5:30 that they were slammed from that. People got to get to their cars.
What you got going on, Kelly?
Nothing much.
Well, that's boring.
Yeah, I haven't really done shit. I saw Mario. We can talk about Mario.
All right.
I think we all saw Mario except for half of me and Nice.
It's true.
Mahoney,
was
which
asleep.
half of you did not see it?
I saw the beginning up until basically until he met Toad, and then I saw the very end.
Okay, so
I was awake I
Your
wasn't
bottom
waiting
half
for when he
didn't
met
speak.
Donkey Kong. So
See, that's the part I missed. I missed Donkey Kong because I had to go take like a 15-minute shit at the movie theater. It was
Oh
awful.
no!
yikes!
It was horrible. It was a 3-flusher.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's my nightmare.
It was awful. I was so upset.
That is fucking terrible.
I missed the entire Donkey Kong City part. All of a sudden, I come back and they're on Rainbow Road, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, that is horrible.
I know.
Where was
Sometimes-
Nicole Kidman for that?
Yeah,
What did you
sometimes the
eat?
evil just wants to come out. I don't even know.
Can you imagine Kelly's in there shitting, and Nicole Kidman is like, "We come to this place for the stories, for the heroes," but like specifically talking about Kelly shitting.
Yep.
Remember the other day when Jose told us the story about when he got back to the shop in Chicago, he ate a Portillo's cake shake
God.
that he had left in the freezer and then shit
God.
himself for 4 hours straight.
He makes some weird decisions.
Well, yeah, he does, especially when it comes to like food and like leftovers.
Yeah, he's a I want a leftover Subway tuna sub kid.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. yeah. Very much like if we're like on the road and we go and eat something, we'll both get the same amount of food, and then I'll be like jamming it down my throat, and then he'll finish half of it, and he'll go, "Perfect. I fully intended on wrapping this up and taking it for later." I was like, "Motherfucker, I wish you would have told me, because at some point I'm gonna be hungry. I'm not gonna have
stuff
nothing."
back. He's always got just a pile of food back at the hotel.
And probably a bunch of it is sketchy, and maybe you shouldn't eat it. I don't know why he shouldn't have eaten what was likely a frozen cake shake. Like, if it was frozen, maybe he's just
Yeah, I
getting
don't know
old and his
why it
body
would've-
can't handle the dairy anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
'cause,
probably
I don't
it.
know why it would be a problem because, like you said, it's frozen. It's
Yeah.
ice cream and cake. Should be okay.
Maybe
I just realized I did something other than see Mario.
What'd you do, Kelly?
I went to wrestling on Wednesday.
Oh,
God.
shit.
Yeah.
And that's probably at dinner before wrestling. That's probably what gave me the horrible shits, was having a burger in a restaurant. I'd probably just, I don't know, fucking was too greasy or whatever, and then my insides were like, time to miss
No.
all the Ape City.
Oh, so this was Thursday you saw Mario after?
Yes. Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, it was the next day.
I think that the reason you got the explosive shits at
Is
the
because
movie
I went
theater
to see wrestling.
is because you were so nervous for Luigi.
You know, yeah, that's true. I was real worried about the little guy.
So, were you just not enjoying the movie and you passed out, or were you just goddamn exhausted because you have
Who,
two
me?
children and work and live at home? Yeah.
No, if you put me anywhere that I don't have to do something, I am going to go to sleep.
Right. If he's not allowed to look at his phone.
Yeah.
Oh, you're telling me I have to sit here with my thoughts? No, thank you.
Yeah, just sit here and focus on this Mario movie.
Yeah, that is a thing for me about going to the movies as an older person, is you get me into a comfortable seat, you turn the lights down, and then if you turn the AC on, I don't care what's going on the screen. I'm getting cozy, and I might be honk-shoeing before long.
Mahoney, you know what might keep that from happening?
What's that, Kelly?
Watching movies with subtitles.
Uh,
Because then you have to focus.
It's true.
see, the deal is, I'll watch just about every movie with subtitles. I just want those subtitles to be a language I already speak, so that I don't have to be looking at the screen to read them.
Why do you want subtitles on then?
So that I make sure I know what they're saying. If I so
God
choose
damn
to
it.
look at the screen.
That doesn't make any sense.
What he's saying
doesn't
is
make
if
a
he
goddamn bit
hears
of
something and he doesn't quite understand it, he could look at the screen and read what they said. but he's not going to hear shit that he understands if they're speaking Japanese.
Yeah, like I still have not finished watching Narcos because I have to watch the screen because half of the show is in Spanish. And I can't
Mahoney,
do it.
Oh,
did you know watching things rules?
Watching things is great.
Hearing things is great. Watching things is an absolute chore.
so fucking weird. How am I the crazy one? Like,
No,
come
no,
on.
All right, top 6 next week. How is Lee the crazy one? Each one of us comes up with our unique list of 6.
top 6 movies you've ever heard.
Top 6
Oh my
movies
God.
you ever heard.
No, we're all insane people, and we have found each other. And the key,
That's what it is.
The key to good insane people relationships is that we recognize each other's mental instabilities and we welcome them. We love all
Love
of us
anyway.
for who we are.
Yeah,
You know,
warts and all.
Some
Yeah.
people that let their issues dominate them and push their friends and loved ones away. Others, it brings more people into you, you know?
I'm into that. I can respect
Yeah.
that. Oh shit! Speaking of movies, Zoe and I went to see Suzume this weekend, and it's fucking great, you guys. It is tremendous. That's a Kelly jam.
Jesus.
It's very, very good.
You went and saw this?
Yeah, it's very good.
Lee out here going to the theaters to see movies I've never heard of, and I can't get my wife to see the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
I like going to see movies.
Lee
I
and his
know,
daughter
I
gonna
fucking
go
love
see
movies.
Weeb shit, and Nice is over here like, I just want to see Mario.
I don't even give a fuck if it's Mario.
I have a recommendation for you, Nice. You need to start going to the movies alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I already
Yeah,
discussed
I do.
this with her. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing like a movie day. I'll be like,
because between Mary and Jose, you have hitched your wagon to people who do not want to go to the movies. They do not want to go to the movies with you, and so you sit at home waiting to go to the movies.
okay, that's
and
not true.
They're either too busy or uninterested.
That's not
Like,
true. It's not that they don't want to go to the movies with me. With Mary,
yes.
she just doesn't want to go to the
With
movies.
anyone.
She likes doing things with me. And for Jose,
Yes.
it's not that he doesn't want to go to the movies with me. It's that he's not in town to go to the movies.
Exactly.
He
exactly.
invited me to go see the new Evil Dead movie in theaters this weekend, but I am unfortunately busy.
Right. I do
Yeah, I'm
not
just
mean to
picturing-
imply that either of them is like, oh God, not another movie with Nice. They're just not able to go to the movies.
No,
with
you
you.
know, yeah, I
I'm
pitched
picturing
her.
Nice sitting on the couch, like in the morning, just with a pinwheel hat on and a sign and like flags that say movies, movies, movies. And then Mary walks in and she's like, not today.
Yes. So I pitched to her, I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to give you a list of what movies are currently playing. Anything that you think you might want to see, you put a check mark next to. Anything that you think you would never want to see, put a little X next to. And then rank the X's from worst to best, and I'll go see the worst one of all of those.
That's a good move.
I'll
That's a
go
good move.
see the weirdest movie that you don't want to see in the theaters. Because that's the thing is, I don't want to see something that she wants to see, because then we don't get to see it together.
Sure.
But there's all kinds of shit out there that I can see that she's got no fucking interest in. I'll see anything. I'll watch anything at the movies right
You gotta
now.
go
You should-
start
there are
seeing
so
anime.
many movies. Okay. I don't know what the movie theater near you is. But whatever one is near you, whatever movie pass they have, you should seriously consider, because for the rest of even if you started it right now, for the rest of this year there are so many movies coming out, and it is essentially just a numbers game.
Yeah,
Like,
it's,
if you
and it's,
add
it's
up
getting to be summer
$20
movie
a
season.
month or whatever versus the cost of an individual movie ticket for what you want to see. Even if you go like the month of August seeing 0 movies, it's probably still going to be cheaper to just pay the flat $20 a
No,
month.
the one closest to
Absolutely.
us is an Epic Theaters, and it doesn't look like they have any sort of movie pass dealio. But there is an AMC 2 towns over, but that theater was kind of shitty. But it's been like 10 years since we've been there.
I knowing AMC theaters, probably still shitty.
Yeah. So
But
AMC
they're
has that A-list,
magic.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, they got the A-list. Regal has a thing. But it's funny. The Regal thing, the price, the Regal's got no limits. Like the AMC, when you can see like 3 movies a week. Regal, there's no limit.
It's not about
And-
weight limits. It's about no limits.
And and the price on it varies depending on what theater it is. So it's like, nah, this is a shitty theater. It's cheaper here, which is kind of hilarious.
AMC Stubs, $19.95 a month. 3 movies every week. So I just got to see
Yes,
a movie a week, and it's paying for itself.
Oh, absolutely.
Basically.
It would.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I like this idea, even though she's going to listen to this. I like this idea because it creates. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. I've smoked too much.
I
weed
don't
today.
either. I was on the fucking edge of my seat. What are you talking about?
I was like, what does it make?
Quit making me
There's-
think of words, you guys.
There's literally nothing wrong with going to the movies by yourself.
No.
There's nothing wrong with being like, hey, if I like to do this and you don't like to do this, you don't have to come.
No, I get
Like-
that. I get that. But
He
also,
doesn't need to feel bad.
I do feel bad about the best time to do it would either be during the day while she's working, and that sucks to be like, hey, going to the movies later, loser, or she goes to bed and I go to like a 10 o'clock movie, like a real fucking sex pervert.
I mean, that's what I did. 2019?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
that
go to
was-
like a 9 or 9:30.
that
So
was
I'd like
peak Mahoney.
put the kids in bed and be like, all right, have a good night. She'd watch like The Bachelor or whatever,
I would
and
have to.
I'd be off watching whatever.
I would have to go watch a movie at that 2 towns over AMC before committing to 4 a month.
Yeah, fucking gotta check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, scope that shit out because it might be awful.
I still have I think $100, maybe $50 worth of AMC gift cards from before COVID. They still
That's
work.
Not nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I think,
I'm trying-
Christmas 2019 we got those.
I'm trying to get out to go see the Evil Dead movie because it's my birthday weekend. So I get to pick.
Oh,
I'll
fuck.
do that.
I see. When I get your birthday present, once that's done, I'm like, okay, birthday over. So don't need to think about this again. Yeah, it's fucking Sunday.
Yep.
Holy shit.
We're going to a rage room on Sunday. Pretty stoked about that.
Oh, man.
I am fucking hype about that.
Is Jax coming?
Oh yeah, he can't wait.
Oh, he's gonna rage.
He cannot fucking wait. So, good times.
I'll just
But yeah,
They're gonna make
Lee-
him sign extra waivers.
Lee, just hold back just a tiny bit.
Oh,
Don't
no, I'm
go
gonna bring
full
my own bat.
Signed by Steve Borden. You're not the only one that can make references, Mahoney.
Oh man,
Oh
I
my
saw
God.
I saw Steve Borden last one.
Oh yeah, we were talking about you went to wrestling, and then we started talking about stupid Mario Bros.
That's all right. We're vibing.
Mario.
We're vibing. Yeah, no, I saw Sting. That was cool. Came out and talked at MJF and threw some props at him.
Had a
That was
bunch
fun.
of pom poms in his jacket. So weird.
What a fucking weirdo! I love him.
I mean, effective promo.
Yeah, I really want an MJF versus Sting match now.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Like, desperately want that.
It reminds me of when Miz as champion was feuding with Jerry the King Lawler.
Yep, I remember that. Hey, that you know what? That led to a pretty decent ladder match.
Yep.
Yeah, no, so going to Dynamite was fun. Left long before the show was over.
Yeah.
Because
So explain that. Why? Like,
I was tired.
well, yeah, but because they showed you 17,000 hours. Of
Yeah.
wrestling,
Yeah,
right?
Too much fucking wrestling.
Bell time is at 6. We got to our seats about 5:45 ish, and that was an ordeal because no one knew how to get to our section. We asked 3 different employees on how to get to where we needed to go. Like the first person we asked flat out said, "I don't know," and pointed at a guy down the hall. As like, "Ask him; he might know." And then we asked that guy, and he told us the wrong place to go.
Oh no, what an asshole!
And then the next guy was like, "Oh yeah, I've worked here a bunch of years. I know exactly where to send you." And he was right. But it led to us like walking around the entire arena pretty much. So that was fun. But yeah, so we get to our seats around 5:45. The first match starts at like 5:50. So like they're
oh damn, okay.
beating bell time. So yeah, they tape like an hour of Ring of Honor. Then at 7, Dynamite starts. Dynamite runs for 2 hours. Then at 9, or roughly 9, is when Rampage starts, and that takes about like an hour 10. And then after that, they taped like another
Dark?
an hour and a half more of Ring of Honor.
Oh my god!
And we left at before the end of Rampage, because at that point it's like I don't need to see Jungle Boy versus Shawn Spears. I don't need to see that.
I mean, not a bad match, but you know.
No, I saw Emi Sakura and I cheered for her, my Japanese mom. So I'm like, I was good then. And I go to shows with my parents. Like they're the ones that got me into it, and they both have a hard time with stairs. And so I was like, you know what? Let's get out of here early so you guys don't have to fight the rush, and we can just head home, get out of here, and we're fine. And like by the time I got home, by the time I had finished watching that day's episode of General Hospital, the show just ended.
That's crazy.
Like, it's just too fucking much wrestling.
That's so wholesome that you went with your parents. I did not realize. I know that your parents got you into wrestling, but I didn't know if you went to live shows with them.
Milwaukee shows, I always go with them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Bros, let's go to Milwaukee and go to a wrestling show with Kelly and his parents.
I'm down.
I would absolutely do that. That sounds...
I'm bringing a magazine.
Fucking delightful.
Yes. And then we're going to Japan, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the show was fun. Dynamite was pretty good. When John Moxley came by us, he smelled like cinnamon.
Weird.
So add that to whatever notes you've got.
That's
on
awesome.
Him. That adds that. So now I have 2 wrestlers with distinct scents: Pentagon, minty, and John Moxley, cinnamony.
I get the
John
minty
Moxley,
from Pentagon.
John Moxley's probably an Old Spice guy then.
Penta being minty is just all the fucking biofreeze on him.
Oh yeah, that's just all the Tiger Balm.
But I could also imagine, to get into character, Pentagon choose some really spicy minty gum and just starts like breathing through his mouth, and that's how the Pentagon character, like his arms start to bend, he starts doing the fucking creep walk. Like, I'm Pentagon now, I'm so minty.
There was some kids who were like near the front row and like standing by the barricades that had a night. One kid during the Orange Cassidy Buddy Matthews match, which was really good. I liked that match a lot.
Yeah.
At one point, Julia Hart just zeroes in on this kid and like slowly walked towards him while making eye contact until he cried.
Oh my god. That
It was
kid just
amazing.
discovered a lifelong kink.
Yep.
Oh, like
And then later in the show, Soraya decided to declare war on all of the children in the front row. The kid who cried and the other kid that was standing near him, she told them, "Your mom should have swallowed." And then there was another little girl in the front row who Soraya was gonna like spray paint her sign, and the little girl ripped it away and flipped her off.
Oh, yikes.
It was amazing.
See, they are currently wrestling fans are not young. They are not children. There are some select few that are kids today, but the AEW is treating kids that come to their shows like they're the fucking stars, and they are making lifelong fans by scaring these children to death.
Yep. Oh, it fucking in between while they were setting up the ring for Rampage. So in between Dynamite and Rampage, Justin Roberts is, like talking to the crowd and stuff. And he picks on this kid who was holding a sign that said, "If I get on TV, my parents will buy me a puppy." And they were talking. He's like, "Is that for real?" And it's like, so then he invites the kid into the ring. And he's like pointing at the parents. He's like, "Is this good enough? Does he get the puppy?"
Oh, that's awesome.
And then he was talking to the kid. He's like, "So who's your favorite wrestler? What are we gonna name the puppy? You gonna name it Darby?"
Oh my god.
And then Bryce was in the ring, and he's telling him like, "You should name it Justin."
Yeah, you see,
that's all wholesome. That's
all
delightful.
the time, like the security or the refs will pull kids over the barricade and let them take a picture on the ramp or in the ring or whatever. Got to build that next generation.
Yep. Sometimes you got to get a kid a puppy. After and also in between the during the commercial breaks, MJF was cutting the most scathing promos on Milwaukee I've ever heard.
Oh, I was so pissed.
MTF during commercials is the best.
Yeah.
We're watching on Fight because we live in Australia, mate. And so MJF comes out for the promo, and then they're like, "All right, we'll be right back after commercial." I'm like, "Fuck yes, we're gonna get to see unedited during commercial break MJF," and then it just cuts to the AEW Dynamite.
that was a real
logo.
bummer.
It's, oh my
They
God.
normally don't. They let it go, but
The funny
I
thing
don't
is,
know.
he never even came out. He was in the back cutting a promo.
that's fucking funny.
Because the entire time he's like, "Oh my god, I need all of you to stop being so fucking ugly." He's like, I can't. I'm gonna. I need you guys to stop, or I'm gonna throw up." Stop for 1 second being so fucking ugly, all of you hillbilly trash.
Hillbilly trash.
There was another one. He cut a promo. It was like before the show. I was getting a drink, and it was just like on a video screen or something. And he was saying, we're most famous for who's the Wisconsin serial killer? I can't think of his name.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. He's
Fucking
like,
Dahmer,
"You guys
yeah.
are most famous for Jeffrey Dahmer, and I wish he would have finished the job with this entire state."
What
Yeah,
do you
so
mean,
that
MJF? You mean
that
all
was
the
fun.
black gay men in Wisconsin?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Fun show overall, but again, Tony, these shows are too fucking long.
Too long. You get like they're talking about this fucking silly punk brand split, and the brand split they really need is Ring of Honor needs to be detached from AEW.
It needs to be its own thing.
Yeah, we get it. We get that they're all owned by the same guy, but it can't just be all the same people on all the shows, and it's all shot at the same arena. Figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, and it didn't help either that the first hour of Ring of Honor we got was it was dark. It was just the most dark fucking whatever matches you've ever seen. Just an endless string of 2 to 3 star matches. And it's just like, well, I'm sleepy now.
And like you're charging $10 a month for this.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
and like it was weird how much the crowd just fucking died between Dynamite and Rampage. Like that arena was quiet after Dynamite ended. And like I don't
Well,
the match
they've been there for 3.5 hours already.
Yeah.
yes. But it's like it wasn't that long of a break between the two shows, and like with the Aussie Open versus Best Friends match was pretty good.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it was just a lot of just people were fucking dead.
Yeah, I mean, by then it's 9 o'clock. Or what was the break between shows?
So 9 o'clock was and then the break was maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, so yeah.
9:15.
I mean, at that point, everybody's been there for what, 3.5 hours?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're
so
telling
yeah, I
me
guess-
we're shooting an episode of Rampage and another episode of Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to put this out there. Tony Khan, listen. We love wrestling. Wrestling is great. Wrestling matches are great. But with all these fucking shows you have, all these wrestlers you have, not every show needs 10 matches. You could do 3 matches and then like 20 minutes of storytelling, character development. It doesn't have to
I
be
like
just...
the volume of wrestling versus non-wrestling bullshit.
Yes. I agree. But that's also, you watch Dynamite. Do you watch Rampage?
Sometimes.
Okay. So at most you're watching 3 hours of Tony Khan produced wrestling a week if there's not a pay-per-view. But they're talking about, they got those 3 hours. They got the hour a week of Ring of Honor. They got an hour of Dark, an hour of Dark Elevation. And then they're adding another 2-hour AEW show on Saturdays. You can stand to chill on a little bit of wrestling somewhere in there.
The Saturday show puzzles me because who's like, Saturday night is like the death slot for any program. Like no one fucking watches TV at home on a Saturday night.
Okay, Lee. Except for sports.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, college football, college basketball, NFL starts doing Saturdays towards playoffs, basketball and UFC and even WWE is doing Saturday pay-per-views now.
That's true. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Premium live event, I apologize.
Yeah,
Soon to be
fair
pay-per-views again.
Oh, I remember what killed the crowd so much after Dynamite. That fucking sleepy ass Chris Jericho versus Keith Lee match.
Yeah.
That was a real just
That was a weird main
slow-
event and a weird ending.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I tell you
now that I
what,
think about it, that probably killed the crowd.
you know what? Jericho took some crazy bumps off of Keith Lee, though.
He goddamn sure did.
Yeah. Jericho worked his ass off in that match.
But I think it was tied too much up in storyline bullshit. Keep that for after the match.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Because
that definitely
on
didn't help
AEW
things.
TV, what the fuck does Adam Cole care about Keith Lee? Like, we get it, but
Yeah.
in storyline on television, they've never been friends. So why would Adam Cole be sorry for him after a loss?
Yeah.
At
no,
least
that was
set that up somewhere else.
mhm.
I like that AEW uses WWE NXT continuity because who gives a fuck? These people weren't imaginary before they came to AEW. They've got a
Right.
history. You just can't use any of the trademarks or copyrights. But you can't just... I guess they did talk about it on commentary that Cole and Keith Lee had a bunch of battles and then they learned to respect each other. But that was all very much like, get this out there, get this information out there so that we can tie this all into a bow. There's some poor fucking producer, Christopher Daniels, pulling his zero hair out, trying
Yeah.
to make sense of the 109 matches Tony Khan books a week. And he's like, how am I supposed to tie all these fucking stories together? Love it. It's a wealth of content. We live in a golden age.
We do. Love the wrestling.
Sometimes there's a little too much of a good thing. Especially when with AEW and Ring of Honor, it's all the same presentation. It feels like the same show across all of the programming when it should feel different. Give Ring of Honor a Lucha Underground.
Yeah, Ring of Honor right now is just red and black AEW.
Yes. Dark. Yeah, it's NXT.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like even if you use some of the same talent, like you're right. It should feel like a different show.
Yeah, the presentation is exactly the same.
Yeah, well, except for the handshakes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just fucking lean into that. Lean into the honor.
Yeah, maybe they'll get there. They'll figure it out.
Hire us, especially Mahoney.
Yep.
Yeah, hire me. I want to be in the room hearing all their ideas.
Holding the magazine.
So
Mahoney corner just going, nope. No,
I don't know.
Nope. Are you fucking serious? Nope. Nope.
I don't know if you know this, but each week on TikTok, never
Definitely
fail.
don't know this.
You will watch a movie because some random account will post the entire movie in like 1 minute long clips. And you don't
that's
see
how
it
you
in
used
order.
to watch anime on YouTube.
Yeah, like you don't see it in order. You're just scrolling through. And so last week it was Moneyball. Watched the entirety of Moneyball over the span of a week.
And yet YouTube is busting our fucking balls about the Mario commentary.
Well, see, this is the problem. If you had 36 1 minute long clips, you'd probably be okay. But anyways, there's a scene in Moneyball, because for those of you who don't know, Moneyball is this baseball movie about when baseball moved away from traditional like scouting of like, wow, that kid looks fast and sure is handsome, he must be a great baseball player, to like statistical analysis and like studying the numbers behind baseball and how you could be successful with that. And so Brad Pitt is sitting in the room listening to all these old time scouts like talk about, oh, he's got great legs. And he's just like, blah, blah, blah. None of you understand what you're doing here. And that would be me sitting in the wrestling room listening to them pitch ideas.
For a moment there, I was like, what the fuck are we talking about again?
You know
And
who would
Mahoney's
love
like,
your
this is a weird
counsel?
scene for the first of the movie.
Vince McMahon would love his counsel. Because
Oh,
Vince,
most
much
likely.
like Mahoney,
is
hates professional wrestling.
See it. This week on TikTok, I'm watching My Sister's Keeper. So we'll see how that turns out.
I
So
don't think
is
they
it
even know
okay?
what that
Is
is.
it the widescreen video just cropped for TikTok, or is it widescreen video shrunk for TikTok?
It's usually full. It's usually full vertical screen, so it's typically cropped.
That is
That sounds awful.
I know you
maddening.
hate everything about TikTok because you want the video, you want the phone to
It's
be
so
horizontal, but
it's so funny.
it's just not how it's gonna ever be again.
But like, I go through my YouTube subscription feed, and I'll see videos I want to watch. I'll tab them open, but then I'll see whatever I have subscribed to that is putting out YouTube Shorts, and it's in the
I
same
fucking hate that shit.
vertical format. But like, I don't even see those anymore. I just scroll right past them because it's not visually appealing to me
No.
on that platform, which makes sense, but
It doesn't make any sense on YouTube.
no. But when you're on your phone, it makes sense. But who's just, I guess people scroll YouTube on their phone. I'm a dinosaur. I do shit on my desktop.
You are about the only person I know who does that.
I'm looking at desktop Facebook right now.
Yeah, like there will be times when one of us will be trying to figure something out, and you'll be like, "This is how it works on desktop," and it's like, "Who uses a desktop?"
I use desktop YouTube when I have my laptop open so I can watch YouTube while I'm doing something else. Like playing video games.
Yeah.
Typically, it's my either the desktop or my fucking TV. Which
Right.
again, my TV,
Yes,
I don't
I'm
want to see
usually
it
just
up and down
using-
either. The
Yeah,
dumbass
9 times out of
either.
10 I'm watching on my TV.
Yeah, there's a YouTube app that's native to our Google Smart TV. So yeah, I do watch a lot of my YouTube on the couch because it's more comfortable, not sitting in the room that I've been editing for hours at a time.
Getting YouTube Premium is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life.
And what do you get for that?
So commercial
ads.
free
Yes, which
No
you can get
ads,
from an ad
which-
blocker.
is very good. My favorite thing is just being able to play on my phone and just listen.
Right.
So that's like YouTube is now the only music streaming service I use.
Yeah, because I guess non-premium YouTube, if you're listening to music and you
Put your phone to sleep.
you
the
put your phone
video
to sleep, or
stops.
you hide that app, it stops playing, which is bullshit.
Yeah, but if you're on premium, it'll just keep on going, and it's great.
We
Yeah,
got
no-
it for the kids because the ads they were playing were wild.
All
And
I
now
needed was
you have-
not this last political season, but the one before then. That's when I was like, "Fuck it, I'm paying Google."
Yeah, no, that's when we did it for the kids too, because it was like I think it was Will or somebody trying to watch some video on YouTube, and it was like abortions.
yeah.
It was
And
like
I just
okay,
can't go back. I can
Yeah.
never go back now.
yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, I love it. YouTube.
If you're not
Premium is-
using your money to make other money, you should at least use it to make yourself convenience. So
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Fucking amen to that, son.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
And also, premium was great when my internet was out for that month. And I would just go to work, download a bunch of videos, and then take my laptop home and watch them at home.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, that was cool.
So the new version of the Mario Brothers highlights that I exported is fully uploaded and not currently blocked. Do you guys want to watch the whole thing on the show right now? No, I'm kidding.
Fuck
I
it.
know. I
No,
was like,
no.
I just watched the whole thing like
I-
2 days ago.
I know for a fact if we watched our own video on our live podcast, they would take us down.
Absolutely.
Or
It's
but maybe
not a
that's
transformative use of the work. We're just enjoying what we did.
It's so silly.
They literally just throw darts. They just
Yeah.
take videos down to be like, "Oh, this belongs to me," and just hope nobody says anything.
But the fact that this last block came from a clip that's 22 minutes in of a 37-minute video makes me feel like if this works, I think I'm good. I think I'm in the clear. But you know, YouTube and its fucked up algorithm robots. Whatever. The people that wanted to see it have seen it by now. But
Yeah.
getting it blocked has no chance for other people to see it.
Yeah.
I would
And we
like
want
people.
other
It's really
people.
good.
We have
Plus,
plenty
I
of
need to
videos.
see this so-called basin wrench because I do not think it looked like a basin wrench.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I
I gotta see it.
looked at the details very closely because I don't want to look like an asshole using the wrong clip, right?
I hear you.
In fact,
What you put up on screen was definitely a basin wrench, no doubt.
Yes.
I just don't think Mario was holding a basin wrench.
Yes,
But it was a
yes.
very quick flash. I need to go back and look.
Okay. Well, hold on. Just 1 minute, and I will find it, and we will watch it. We won't
Nice.
watch the
Shit.
whole thing. We'll watch a little bit.
We get demonetized immediately.
She's the egg baby?
Man, I still can't get over how fucking good that Yoshi looks.
Yeah, no, it is exceptional. Yeah.
Where the fuck is it? All right. We're gonna be around here.
Spike and Iggy.
Oh, okay.
Just snatching girls.
All right, we're just gonna go in there and upper deck his toilet.
Oh, the straight black bag of your Christ.
This chick ain't a toilet.
It's coming up.
Oh, this piece of shit.
Fucking
Capelli's.
Capelli's.
Larry Brothers again.
Scolari Brothers.
Filthy fucking eye towels.
Filthy fucking eyebrows.
Yeah, and we talked about this privately, but all of Lee's anti-Italian racism, just one after another in a 37-minute video, makes it seem like he hates Italians and not just a bit. But it is just.
But don't worry, he and I are friends. It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, as I'm editing this and I hear how much anti-Italian racism there is in it, I thought to myself, if there was a problem, Kelly would say something, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
But luckily, you got the 7th best plumber in Brooklyn.
Strap your bone on, kid.
Okay, here we go. It's getting there. Yep, we're almost there.
Sweep the half a Pringles can there.
Okay, I've zoomed in.
We're gonna have to fuck our way out of this one, Luigi.
Classic.
A+.
Oh, shit.
Used for Frisky Dingo clips.
Ah,
Oh, man. You know there's Mario
Getting
porno,
there.
right? There's gotta be.
let me unplug in the other hole.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're so close, but then I realized that we go off on so many fucking tangents. Here we go.
Okay,
Lee, you forget that there was Bowsette.
True.
I've seen that
yeah,
one.
She was just a sex thing. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. All right,
Wait.
fair enough.
I thought Bowsette was actually in the game. Was she not?
Nope.
Oh, just
No.
a sex thing.
And she hasn't been in the game since, right?
No.
Okay,
Just
so
a sex thing.
that is either somebody built that in the
Oh, yeah,
their
that
computer?
was a mod.
Okay.
Just
Peach
based
was a-
on the
Just
fucking
a
jiggle.
cosmetic.
the
So
jiggle.
where do you want to do it?
On my penis.
Should have never given you nerds Mario.
I don't want to be that guy.
Okay, see?
There it is. Look at that.
Okay,
Look at it.
yes. I thought the wrench that he handed back to him was the wrench we were calling a
No,
basin
come
wrench.
on. You've gotten screamed by your dad a million times. That's not how this works.
I'm telling you, I know what a basin wrench is. I didn't think the
And
wrench he
then-
had because I thought it was the other
He
one.
hands it
But
to
yes,
him?
Repair job.
no doubt that is a basin
Yeah.
wrench. All right,
Yeah,
thank
I
you. It's
fucking
been bothering
know.
me for days.
Mario.
Yeah, because that's not a basin wrench. You're right.
That is definitely not a basin wrench.
I don't want to be that guy or anything, but there was nothing about that repair.
Yeah. There it is.
I'm so glad we put that to rest.
We solved the
I don't know
I-
about the rest of you, but I feel much better.
I'm actually impressed at Lee's plumbing knowledge.
Yeah, honestly.
I've been a
Probably
homeowner
from
for
when he
many
got all that
years.
pork in his pipes.
Nah, I've gotten pretty good at plumbing.
But like,
Past-
I
Couple
grew up
days,
in a
decade and a half.
construction family. I worked in construction for like 10 years. I don't know if I've ever heard of or seen a basin wrench before the Super Mario Brothers commentary.
Yeah, this was a first for me.
So what that tells me is that at no point did your wife say, for no good reason, I don't like those faucets, change them.
No,
Oh.
not yet.
See, that's the problem. That's why when you've used a basin wrench, you remember what a basin wrench is because
Mhm.
it is a wrench designed for the worst job you might ever have to do.
Yes.
Like crawl your big ass into the under cabinet all the way to the back, reach up and unscrew these faucets. It's
Yeah,
like,
separate a couple
nope.
of discs in your spine on the fucking ledge of the cabinet while you're at it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the worst. The fucking dirt worst.
Absolutely terrible.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
After.
All right, so let's jump back and talk about the Mario movie.
Yeah.
There it is. So
All right,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
go to
I
sleep
think
until the end of this.
yeah, good idea. So I think overall it's a completely fine movie. Like
It's
it's
fun.
very competent at what it does. It's a fun time. It is 100% a Mario movie. But it's like it doesn't challenge you at all. It doesn't offer you anything new. It's when you picture like, hey, what would a animated Mario movie be? It's this.
A
And you know what?
cutscene.
That's Yeah, and it's like that's fine. It's exactly what it should be, and so I enjoyed it. It's perfect kids movie.
Except for that shit you had to take.
Yeah, except for that shit I had to take. That
Imagine how
wasn't
much you
great.
would have liked it if you got to see the new Donkey Kong City scene.
I know. God, yeah, it might have my views might have just been risen so much because of that.
Have you found that a bad experience will make you give a bad review for a movie?
I try not to.
Right, but like think about how much more you would have enjoyed the movie had you have seen it all and not have been recovering from an explosive shit for the rest of the movie as well.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, so maybe I would have enjoyed it more. I mean, I did enjoy it. Like I liked it quite a bit. It's one of those things where it's like, yep, this is what it is. This is probably exactly what it should be. And that's fine.
Okay, case in point. I will give you a for example. As a big Kevin Smith fan, before he didn't read the Midget's script, I went to see Clerks 2 in the theaters. At the time, I had started taking like Stacker 2 again. So for some reason, I had been drinking a lot, but like I literally had to go pee during this movie like 12 times.
That's
God.
Like
fucking crazy.
Like a child. But from what I saw, I also didn't enjoy the movie. But is it because my experience colored my review?
that you're something of an incomplete picture, you might say.
Right. Okay. But then
who's
right.
to say?
the flip side of
That
that,
could be.
the first time I saw The Incredibles. Oh wait, maybe it wasn't the first time. It was probably the second time I saw The Incredibles. It was with the girl I was just started dating at the time. Before the movie started, there was a family with little kids sitting behind us, and one of the little kids was kicking the back of my seat before the movie even starts. So I nip it in the bud. I turn around and I was like, "Hey, can you take care of that?" Whatever. But whatever words I
And the parents were like, literally no.
no, but it worked out. Like either they switched seats or they told them to stop, whatever. But because I confronted them, the girl I was dating was like, I think I might just leave right now. I might break up with this guy right here just because of the confrontation. So
Oh my god.
That sounds like a perfectly reasonable thing to do.
but still,
Yeah.
I enjoyed my
Honestly,
viewing of
at
The
that
Incredibles.
point, then good. Like, walk
Yeah.
out of the theater. Come on.
Yeah, it only took me like 4 more years after that.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that at that point we wouldn't work out.
Yeah. We almost broke up because I didn't like the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka movie. And like I just wouldn't shut up about it either. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Can you imagine that being the reason? I fucking
Well,
love it.
But see, like, if you get into such a stupid argument about such a stupid movie, you should break up, right?
Yeah.
And I tried.
Yeah.
I tried to break up with her in Applebee's, and she wouldn't let me.
Eh.
That's why you break up with them at the airport.
Fancy like Applebee's on a date night. Fucking yeehaw.
What better place to break up with someone than the Applebee's?
It was our Applebee's, too.
I bet it was.
And it
Is
was
it
like,
still open?
it was like 11:30. So we were the only people there. It was empty.
Oh my god.
Just an empty
that is-
Applebee's trying to break up with my girlfriend. She's like, nah.
Oh, that is a weird story, man. That is a weird fucking story.
She was a
Oh
weirdo.
my god.
Man, I was just so excited for somebody to touch my wiener.
Hey, respect. It's okay.
She
No
was
one's
my
judging you.
first.
I was just saying it's a weird story. I'm not judging at all.
She was my first and like my second through my 50th.
It's all right. It's okay.
Is this the one who
I don't
wanted
blame you at
to
all.
Yes.
snip parts of you? Yeah.
Yes, she wanted to take an X-Acto knife to the piece of skin that connects my dick to my balls.
Yeah.
No,
fucking
thank you.
that right there, bud. That was the moment where you should have been like,
She
"Here
was
is your
also
coat. Here is the door."
she was
Goodbye."
also the one that spilt in my belt bucket button.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She's did what?
Built it in her belt buckle.
You know what? She's the
I
one that-
know the joke.
Yes,
I know.
Listen,
I was trying to imitate the shit Tito swipes meme of Tito in the hat with the cigar, and it said "spit in my belt button."
Oh
I
my God.
came in her mouth. She spit it into my belly button.
That's a real weird move too. She sounds
Yeah.
like a real delight, real treat. That one.
She was adventurous, I guess,
Well, that's fucking for sure.
but not in the cool way.
Right? Yeah.
Good
my
riddance.
Look at you now. Damn near 10 years of wedded bliss. Look at
Man,
that
she
shit.
probably has at least 3 children from different dudes at this point.
well, yeah,
One, okay,
because
okay. While we're on
we
the
know
topic,
she's not swallowed.
we're just vibing. We're just vibing, right?
We're
So,
just vibing. It's fine.
At one point, we thought it would be a cool idea is if we didn't get married, but we still like had kids. You know, be cool like Kurt Russell, Goldie Hawn type deal. My parents found out about this, and we had a big blow up about this, big screaming match, because they thought that she was going to take a baby. We were not going to get married. She was going to get pregnant, and she was going to abscond with the baby.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta say, doesn't seem that far fetched.
So after we
Probably
broke
see where
up,
they're coming from.
and she moved out, like not soon thereafter, like her profile picture was her and some other dude like nibbling on her ear. And then next thing I hear, not soon thereafter, she's pregnant, fucking ditched dude,
Ah,
Unreal.
ghosted him.
And your dad's like, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, he never knew this information. But yeah, my wonderful wife of almost 10 years now. What a blessing.
Mm-hmm. She's the best.
She
you
is.
lucked out.
We'll get her to see
Married
a movie
outside your
eventually.
weight class, as they say.
Yeah, we're at least
I should
supposed
know.
to go
Me
to the
too.
movies to see Guardians of the Galaxy, so there's that.
Take the boy to see a movie, Mary. Come on. That's all he wants. Take the boy to see a
No,
picture.
this is what I'm saying. Go without her. You've been married for 10 years. You're at the point in your marriage where you can accept and acknowledge, like, listen, you like to do this. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So you do it. I'm going to stay here and do stuff I like. And you know what? You're both going to have a wonderful time. And then you'll spend a bunch of time with each other anyways.
Yes,
So, like,
that's
who
the
cares?
key. Is I don't want to be gone when we could be spending quality time together. So that leaves either late at night or during the day while she's working, and we'll figure it out. She's gonna feel so guilty listening to all this, and I don't
No.
mean
Oh,
it
please.
to be that
Mary,
way
stop it.
whatsoever. Mary, stop
Stop
it.
Nothing to feel guilty about. There's plenty of shit that, as you are an individual person, you don't have to like to do every single thing that whoever you decided to marry likes to do.
Tell you
I have
what,
heard that.
after I think it was 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I worked on that Mario video, and just furious editing, like, staying up late at night, skipping lunch, all kinds of shit. And then today I hopped back on some paid work for a client, and man, it's a fucking breeze. That shit is so simple.
Of course.
They were like, we've got like 4 notes. I was like, cool. No problem,
Fucking
Bob.
labor of love, man. Labor of love.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, let's land this fucking bird. It's a good time. Go see the fucking Mario if you haven't, or
Yeah,
wait
it's a
till it
good
comes out,
time.
It's fine. And then go see the Evil Dead this weekend because it looks like it's gonna be fucking wild. So Mary's gonna hate it, but I hope you go anyway.
Oh no. I would not. Even if I was going to see Evil Dead with Jose this weekend, Mary would not be coming.
Yeah, it
That
doesn't
is
seem
not
like
her
deal.
thing.
No, doesn't seem like
You think movies aren't her thing? Scary movies, definitely not her thing. Gory
I'm just
movies,
saying.
absolutely not her thing.
I'm just saying because I know that she'll hear this. If she loved you, she'd go with you to see the Evil Dead. I'm just saying.
Oh, please.
Like, I mean, I don't even really give a shit to see Evil Dead, but I'll see it if it means I'm going to the movies.
I hear you.
Like, I wasn't going to be about, I get the message from Jose about going to see Evil Dead. I wasn't going to be about, not really my thing. Pass. Complaining about
Like,
not
yes,
going to the
please,
movies.
God.
Yes.
I would have taken to see Suzume. I'm just saying. We'd had a good time. You liked it. It's fine.
I threw down the gauntlet. It was one of the Audrey Hepburn movies that Mary loves. It was either
Go on.
Funny Girl or what's the other one? Breakfast at Tiffany's. And they were doing one of those Fathom events, playing the old movies in the movie theaters.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
she was like,
yeah.
"Hey, this is playing. I love this movie. I've seen it a million times. I'd see it in the movie theaters." And I'm like, "I will fucking see anything." Anything. And then it ended up that we didn't go out to see it. We made some other plans, or one of us or both of us weren't feeling it or whatever. And she was like, "Well, you wanna watch that movie on streaming instead?" And I'm like, "Nah." Pass. This was a one-time deal. No, thank you. I should watch it. I should watch it though. If she loves them, I should watch them.
Great.
Just love movies, man.
All right, let's fucking land it. Good times. We're good at this shit. This is too good for a free show. I'm calling it right now. I feel like it's one of those.
It's just one of those shows.
Every show should just be vibes.
Yeah, vibes is good. Vibes is a good time. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Don't know what the fuck we're gonna do.
Well, Mahoney
Not
won't
making
be
any
here.
promises.
Mahoney will be at Disney, or he'll
Oh
be
yeah,
coming
I
home
won't
from
be here
Disney.
next week.
Mahoney, may this Disney trip be better than your last.
Going back to Disney for the third time in 6 months.
Yeah,
But
that's
Jose
fuck
will
you
be here
doing?
next week.
That is
That's a
so
lot.
much Disney.
You know what the joke is, right? Between the wives about Disney. And Lisa has sent me this meme numerous times. It's me laying in bed at my Disney hotel on my Disney vacation, planning for my next Disney vacation.
Yeah, honestly. She will literally do that many, many times. She will be in Disney and be like, FYI,
Booked.
we next come here at this time to this place. Like, all the stuff.
Well, we look forward to seeing you.
Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. It'll be a good time. It's going to be a blast.
There you go. That's the
And we're at the
attitude.
Polynesian with the Dole Whip stand. It's
Oh,
going to be
fuck
amazing.
yeah.
That's the ticket. There you go.
I already
Have fun.
trimmed all my fingernails because I'm going to be chucking kids in the pool.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I thought it was because you were gonna be having to put hard-boiled eggs in a bag.
That was so annoying.
I am gonna bring a potato for Katie.
She's going to love it. She's going to love that.
Ridiculous. All right. So Mahoney will not be here. Yeah, fuck it. You know what? We might not be back next week. If there's no Jose, no Mahoney, fuck it.
No,
Might
we
just-
should
Yeah,
have Jose back.
There's no Jose and no
Oh,
Mahoney. Why even have the show,
Right,
honestly? I mean,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, if there's
Well, if we
a
do
Jose,
have
we'll
Jose,
be
it'll
here.
be
If
a
there's not a
goddamn
Jose,
miracle.
we won't be.
Yeah, there you go. So you fucking figure it out. So for Jason Nyes, Jose, I hope his kidney transplant goes well.
Jose
Kelly
is
Harris,
not having
Mike
any sort
Mahoney.
of surgery. Please don't put that out there, Lee.
Yeah, it's fine. Send him your thoughts and prayers. Send him your well wishes.
In lieu of flowers, PayPal
Yeah.
info@PanelsOnPages.com.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Kelly Harris and our good buddy Mahoney. I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Talk to you fools next time, whenever that is, at youtube.com/panelsonpages. Night. Love you. Bye-bye.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
Fucking Google something.
Demonetize this.
Holy shit.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
I didn't want to say it.
Demonetize this.
What are you, some kind of bitch? Whoa.
Demonetize this.
You fucking
Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
Demonetize this.
you fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.